The owners of Bearbutt, Michael Whiteley and his wife Sammy, started the company in 2015 by selling outdoor hammocks.
They were living in basically a shack at the time.
That literally cost us $200 a month, no plumbing. It was absolutely miserable. One morning at 3 in the morning, I made an order for $1 million worth of inventory, and we had zero money to actually do it.
We're now a 2-year-old company.
We have about 55 team members right now.
We've done $5 million in sales, and we've pushed and worked and did everything we could to come in and disrupt the hammock industry.
What was your vision when you founded Bearbutt?
If you want the real vision.
Tell us the real vision.
Yeah.
So I want to serve God the rest of my life, and so I want to have time and money, 2 tools to help God, and so Bearbutt was founded off that vision of creating a company that externally represents the Lord, internally represents the Lord, and that I can get time and money so I can do whatever the heck He wants me to do. Maybe it's nothing, maybe it's something.
Thank you.
Right there, swing!
I think the biggest way Bearbutt attracts new talent is like culture. Like our culture like spreads very fast, like word of mouth. And also like we're very open and real like on our vlogs, and we're now doing podcasts and like our social media, like people see stuff and they're like, wow, that looks like a really cool place to work. And they like see all the things that we're doing, and they see how like we're all young and alive and like they want to be a part of it. I think that's what attracts people the most, is just the culture.
Straps? Yes, we're using our Kodiak straps for our pinata.
Look at these.
Look at these
Effortless
Kodiaks.
hanging.
Yes.
So
Look
easy.
at that craftsman work.
Perfect. For any sort of
Any sort of activity.
So being like the office manager here at Bearbutt, I like base the success of like my department based on the culture here at Bearbutt, like based on the team.
Successful. I think we keep inviting people to come and learn more about it, and with that we learn more and we become more popular out there.
As a company, obviously the like bottom line of success is like monetary, you know, are we making money? And when you like talk to investors and big people, they want to know, they don't care like, are your team members happy, and do you guys go on like cool trips and retreats? Like they don't care about that stuff, and we do it all. So obviously like we measure success monetarily, and that's like what matters in certain areas, but like internally we monitor, or what was the word? Measure, yes. We measure success pretty much by just like overall like vibes and feels. Like we can tell if we're being successful internally if like people are happy.
We had a great time interviewing at Bearbutt, but now we'd like to talk about some of the recommendations we have to improve their company culture. We know that performance is based on motivation, ability, and environment. Our first recommendation is to change that environment. It is not conducive to good communication.
It is organized chaos. We have people that are literally in charge of just keeping everyone organized because there is so much going on. We have design teams, marketing teams, office managers, HR. I'm looking at everything, and like our marketing team's broken down into 5 different teams. So we have a lot going on at all times here. We've got fulfillment team, warehousing teams. Like, it's just crazy. We've got this one big shell of a warehouse with basically nothing in it, like warehouse floors, warehouse walls, and everything. And we just fit basically 3 separate companies into one. So it's pretty crazy.
Is it ever distracting?
Yeah, it does get distracting too.
I think it's tough a little bit right now some days because we have so much going on in this space, You know, we've got our fulfillment center over there. We've got manufacturing with all the sewing machines. We have kind of our offices going on. So it would be nice to have a bigger space, or at some point maybe separate some of the things, which is hard to do with a company that's so young.
We acknowledge the lack of formal channels, and even when interviewing them, they talked about how with the promotional activity of giving away 250 free bare butt hammocks, that hadn't been communicated to the actual sewers.
Communication's a big issue around here that we are not good at. We at times, especially myself, like in management, like we'll make decisions and it won't get passed down through the proper channels to everyone, and it's more due to like myself and how I lead, which is like the issue there. But communication, just in general, the company has a hard time working its way all the way down. For example, we are giving away 250 free sets backpacks, sleeping bag, and jacket for free, and we didn't even tell our manufacturing team about that. It's like bad, right? Like they're like, oh shoot, we have to make like extras now, like on top of what we're already making. But oh yeah, should have cleared that.
I would say close the gap we have currently between like the office and our stitchers out here. There's just kind of like a culture separation because we don't work as closely with them as like the corporate side of things, and Michael hates the word corporate, so I'm getting in trouble for saying that. But like us versus them, and we just want to blend it. We want everyone to be a part of everyone and the culture to really blend on both sides. So I don't even know half their names, which is terrible, because I can tell you everyone's names here. So I wish we could just like bridge that gap and like kind of blend everyone a little bit more together.
Our third recommendation is a more formal ethical training for management. We've noticed in our interviews that some of the practices of management are really affecting the staff, and we want every employee to feel safe.
Tell us Bare Butt's opinion upon education.
I think it depends on the person, but for me, I keep telling them that I want to start school in the summer, and they argue all the time. They're always like, no school, like just stay at Bare Butt forever, you don't need school. But I definitely think some people do need school, like my doctor should have a PhD for sure. Me, maybe not, who knows, I don't know, but they don't want me to go to school. They'd rather just keep us all trapped here.
Really did.
Can you tell us a little bit about your open pay policy?
Yes, here at Bare Butt, we like everyone to know where everyone's at. And so we have a policy where everyone can see anyone's salary at any time, for any reason. The idea behind it is if someone else wants to make more money, they can see, hey, I want to go in that position because that makes more money, and they can work their way towards it. Also, we really hate drama and people talking smack, and what happens is everyone in the company wants to know what everyone makes, and so they kind of just whisper behind everyone's back, and then they all figure it out. So we just flipped that, reversed it, and said, hey, everyone, this is what everyone makes. Stop being weird culture people. It's okay. We all make about the same amount of money. No one cares. Yada, yada, yada. So
Yeah, we use code names sometimes when we're over there. The management team sometimes. But yes, that is a worry, but we don't worry about it too much.
Our fourth recommendation deals with better channels for open feedback. In our videos, we noticed that the employees didn't have anything negative to say about their company. That speaks to the strength of the company culture, but it also speaks to the weaknesses of allowing open and honest feedback and avoiding groupthink.
It's very laid back, casual, non-judgmental, open, happy, all of those things. I don't think I would at the moment. I'm pretty happy where I am, and I think most people are.
Like on Sunday night, I don't actually dread going to work on Monday. It's just another day, it's just another fun day. So I'm not sure I would change much.
Our fifth and final recommendation is that Bare Butt follows through with their commitments. We've noticed that they have a lot of oral commitments, but formally writing down those things will help employees and the business improve performance.
We also do things like free smoothies for the entire team every morning. Actually didn't get them this morning because cash flow's a little tight, startup life.
How do you like it?